Alright, got my pre-workout, my coffee, headed to the gym. We're going to go to 3D Fitness in Nampa, and the main focus today is going to be Husafell training, but we're going to fit in some other events that I prefer to train in 3D because they have that nice big open area. So that's our focus today. In the gym, we're going to go over different ways to hold it, different ways to pick it, as far as hand placement on the actual Husafell. But some other tips to take into consideration are you always want to lean back. That keeps the weight of the Husafell centered over your legs versus out in front of you. You'll see a lot of people kind of like trip over it or fall forward. To avoid that, lean back, make sure your core is nice and tight. I usually don't use a belt for Husafell because I want to make sure that I'm breathing. But if you have back issues and you need to wear a belt, just practice with it. I would put the clip or the buckle on the back so that it's not rubbing up against the Husafell. Up to you. As far as training goes, I have some days that I do heavy, either comp weight or even heavier, depending on what the comp weight is. And then there's other days that it's light and we're doing more speed work. So right now, I have a few days, training days, that it's just all out, like how many rounds can I do or how many feet can I go with it with a lighter weight. At my old gym, when it was more summertime, I would actually take a lightweight and I would go around the outside of the building, and that's very good motivation because if you set it down halfway, you're still going to have to pick it up in order to finish going around the building. So have different training days, some heavy, some light. Also, make sure you have somebody with you. I know that makes training Husafell really hard, but today I have my daughter with me. She is there to tell me when to turn and to help me get it back on the blocks or the box at the end of my run. That's really difficult to do, I know, but it is kind of a necessary thing, especially with Husafell, and especially like if you're inside of a building and there's beams to follow, you might know when to turn, but getting it back onto the blocks if you're going all out is difficult. So train with somebody. This is my favorite place to train, but I'm not able to come here every day because it's not as close to the house and it's the opposite direction of my work. So we're going to fit in as much as we can using their big green space. Husafell carry, I like to use the same flex wrap vet tape. I like to use it also for stones. So what this is going to do is it protects my arms. It's also a little bit sticky, so it'll kind of help grip to the Husafell versus if you put it on elbow sleeves. Elbow sleeves are slippery, so they slip right off. So I'm going to put this on. Really, I like to go up a little bit higher to protect my elbows. Putting on football gloves. These are actually youth, just football gloves. They have a little bit of stick to them for, catching the football. As long as your competition allows them, this can kind of help with the grippiness, grabbing a hold of this. But make sure you train with them. Don't throw them on game day. All right, so there's generally 2 ways that you can hold a Husafell. You'll see most people grab it down here, so it kind of blocks your view. You have to look up. You want it down lower because it's skinnier, and you're just holding it, hugging it to your chest as tight as you can. As you start to slip, as it slides down, you might get to this point, but starting out, you want to be here, okay? That is allowing you to use your chest muscles, your upper back muscles, your trap muscles to carry the weight. I like to hold it with my fingers under the edge of it. Probably not the best as far as allowing like your bigger muscles to engage to hold the weight, but I just feel more secure, more stable there. And then if it starts to slide, then I might end up in this position. Make sure your comp allows it. Every competition is different, and I would recommend you train both ways. I'm gonna pick it up from the ground on this one. So when I pick it up from the ground, my hands are wrapped around it. So here, I'm already in position to carry it this way. Carrying it with my hands underneath it really only works if you're picking it up off of a platform, because then I can lean it back onto me, get the weight nice and steady, my fingers are underneath it, and then I just squat and pick it up with it. Alright, so I said that I like to use the wrap instead of elbow sleeves. My arms killing me. Here, you'll see it. So I'm switching. Going to my elbow sleeves for these. Ooh, this last one. Alright, so also grip shirt. If you are training Husafell for a competition, I definitely recommend a grip shirt. I do not train with my grip shirt because it makes it easier. I'd rather my training be harder, and then I'll throw the grip shirt on for when I actually compete, so that I perform better at the competition than I do normally in training. But I would invest in one if you are going to compete